Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And today, a beautiful one, a lot like yesterday. Sunday was nice, wasn't it? A little bit more sun yesterday and not quite as breezy as today, but that allowed our temperatures to get well into the 50s, mid and high 50s. Hello to you folks up at Lake Chelan. This is from our Upper Butte Sky-Fi Tower camera, and a beautiful day to be up at Lake Chelan today with calm water conditions, even though, as I mentioned, we did see some breezy conditions around north central Washington. And get used to that because we will see it for the first 3 days of this month, at least some windy conditions. Breezy here today all around our viewing area. Tomorrow, especially in the Columbia Basin. And then for Wednesday, I think will be our windiest day, where we'll see gusts possibly 25 to 40 miles an hour and maybe even local gusts up to 50 miles an hour. That is for Wednesday. We'll talk more about the wind, and we'll talk a little bit February weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A convicted Wenatchee felon is charged with intent to sell heroin, and an East Wenatchee woman is accused of acting as his accomplice. Washington Governor Jay Inslee has declared a state of emergency over the coronavirus outbreak that's claimed the lives of now 6 people in Washington state. And a power outage along the north shore of Lake Chelan this morning left about 330 customers in the dark. But first, we begin tonight. A Moses Lake police officer shot and killed a 22-year-old suspect late Friday after the man reportedly opened fire, hitting the officer's canine. The unidentified canine was taken to Washington State University's veterinary clinic in Pullman and is reportedly recovering well after emergency surgery. According to police, Jose Rivera was suspected in multiple robberies when they located his vehicle just on Airway Drive. He then led officers on a chase that ended several miles later on Denton Road after spike strips were deployed. Rivera then fled on foot with an officer and the canine in pursuit. Police say then Rivera pulled out a handgun and began firing, hitting that canine. The officer then returned fire, killing the suspect. The police department reported that the canine was able to be taken for a walk outside yesterday and was undergoing a CT scan today. The Central Basin Investigative Team is investigating that shooting. A convicted Wenatchee felon is charged with intent to sell heroin, and an East Wenatchee woman is accused of acting as his accomplice. Prosecutors in Douglas County logged the charge last week against Maximilio Morales Rodriguez, who's 46. That was based on 2018 police search that allegedly found almost 2 ounces of heroin in the home of Heather Louise Beam, age 47. Rodriguez was staying in the home at the time. He has multiple drug convictions dating back to 1992, as well as another case pending in Chelan County for allegedly ditching the bag of cash and heroin while running away from sheriff's deputies last year. Washington Governor Jay Inslee has declared a state of emergency over the coronavirus outbreak that's claimed the lives of now 6 people in Washington state, and health officials are examining whether a new case has emerged in Grant County. The Grant County Health District says it learned on Sunday of an individual showing symptoms consistent with COVID-19, which has now killed 2 people in King County. The health agency, based in Moses Lake, submitted a specimen from the patient to the Washington State Public Health Laboratories. It says it's expecting a result within 3 to 5 days. There have been 18 people in the state diagnosed with the virus, which originated in China and has spread throughout the world. State health agencies say 6 people, as we mentioned, have now died this past weekend from COVID-19, most of them tied to an outbreak in a Kirkland nursing home. At least 11 schools in western Washington were closed today as a precautionary measure. About 330 Lake Wenatchee homes were without power Monday morning in an outage that lasted about 3 hours. The Chelan County PUD said the outage affected customers along the North Shore. Crews responded about 4:30 this morning and had the problem corrected by about 7:30 a.m. Coming up next, Wenatchee Valley residents living with vulnerabilities can soon sign up for a police registry that may aid them when they're in need. A $1 million bridge replacement project in Okanogan County has run into more delays that will keep Salmon Creek Road closed into the foreseeable future. And almost 6 years after the largest wildfire in Washington history, a new study finds tree thinning and prescribed burn practices help the state's forests bounce back. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
People are really skeptical of our industry. They have been sold products, they have been sold policies they either don't need, don't understand, confusing. I understand that. We are more about the process and the people. Our SFG roadmap is designed to take care of all of those concerns. For those that have questions about their retirement, we would love the opportunity to sit down and chat with you.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. And with Blue Lagoon's home show pricing, you can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special for only $99. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Welcome back. In other news, Wenatchee Valley residents living with vulnerabilities can soon sign up for a police registry that may aid them when they're in need. The April 4th event at Pybus Public Market will help local police and service agencies build a database of citizens with mental or physical conditions such as dementia, brain injury, and autism. If someone on the registry becomes at risk, their information can be quickly shared with emergency agencies and social services. Registration is voluntary and runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Remember, that's coming up on Saturday, April 4th. A $1 million bridge replacement project in Okanagan County has run into more delays that will keep Salmon Creek Road closed into the foreseeable future. The road has been closed at the Glover Lane intersection outside Omak since September, while the Statler Bridge is replaced. Originally, it was supposed to reopen in January, then was pushed back to February 28th. The county said Friday the road will remain closed until further notice, citing contractor delays. NNN Excavation of Meade is the contractor of the state-funded project to remove and replace a 19-foot bridge damaged by flooding. Well, almost 6 years after the largest wildfire in Washington history, a new study finds tree thinning and prescribed burn practices help the state's forests bounce back. The Carlton Complex fire burned more than 250,000 acres back in 2014, much of it in the Methow Valley. But the study by researchers with the University of Washington and U.S. Forest Service found those areas within the fire that had been thinned and burned proactively saw more trees survive than in other areas struck by that fire. Those trees, in turn, will be able to spread their seeds and regrow the landscape. Researchers say the findings have implications for forest management in the era of climate change. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, last week, the Department of Fish and Wildlife helped make a dream come true. NCWLIFE Sports Director Eric Granstrom tells us more.
Department of Fish and Wildlife staff in their Southwest Region office got a call from a man who said his mother had entered hospice care and recently returned home. Diane Sanders woke up last Monday morning with just one wish: to go fishing with her kids one more time. The problem was she was too ill to make any trip to the public fishing locations nearby, so the Department of Fish and Wildlife brought the fish to her. With a handful of trout from the Vancouver hatchery, Department of Fish and Wildlife employees Stacy Kelsey and Matt Gardner filled a trough with water, provided 4 fishing poles, tackle, and a fishing vest, and Diane and her family fished from their deck. The 71-year-old and family caught 4 of the 11 trout and baked them up with some asparagus for dinner that night. At the end of the day, she said it was the second best day of her life after the birth of her children. Her son said that it provided an everlasting memory, not just for his mom, but for the whole family. With the NCWLIFE channel, I'm Eric Granstrom.
Great story. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And what a day today. Yesterday was a beautiful one too at 50 degrees. Today, well over that as far as temperatures go. A little bit windier out there, but what a beautiful shot as we look up at the Lake Chelan area from our Upper Butte Sky-Fi Tower camera. And would have been a great day to be up that way, wouldn't it? With temperatures flirting with that 60-degree mark. You folks in the Columbia Basin, you saw 60 today, and what a beautiful one. Unofficially here in the Wenatchee area, not quite 60. We got close though. 57 unofficially our high. That wasn't too far off from our record high of 62 in 1968. 48 is our normal high temperature for this time of year. So we were 9 degrees above where we should be. 39 is where we started today. So that helped us get to that 57-degree temperature today. 31 is normal, and our record low, 12 degrees. And that was set back in 1960. We do have 1.21 inches of moisture. We've been stuck on that number for quite a while. I added this today. That's almost now 7/10 behind, 7/10 of an inch that is, behind where we should be for moisture this time of year. Snowfall today, that's been at 11.2 for a long, long time now. Sunrise 6:38, and the sun will set at 5:48. Do want to mention February weather, 3 degrees above where we should be for February. Our average temperature last month, 38 degrees. Boy, wasn't it something? And we only picked up 1/10 of an inch of moisture the entire month of February, so hopefully we can make up for that here as we get closer to spring. Taking a look at how our Tuesday will shape up, one thing's going to pop out at you: very mild temperatures, a lot like today. In fact, almost exactly like today. 61 in Moses Lake tomorrow. Can you believe that? 61. 60 for Ephrata, 59 in Quincy, 58 for Ellensburg, and here in Wenatchee, and still nice in the Upper Valley too. Cashmere all the way over into Aniat and Chelan, mid to upper 50s, and you folks in Omak, you'll see 56 for your Tuesday high temperature. Tonight, we do expect partly cloudy skies. We'll see a west wind tonight. That's going to continue for the next 2 or 3 days. You can see the purple and reds right around north central Washington, and it's also along a frontal boundary that's trying to make its way across the Cascades. It won't do it tonight. Most of the moisture will stay at the Cascades and the Crest area. For Tuesday, increasing clouds throughout the day. It will be breezy once again. You can see it right through the central part of the state. 30% then chance of showers showers. Some of those showers will bleed over the mountains tomorrow night. And then for Wednesday, partly cloudy, windy, northwest 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts to 30 in Wenatchee. Look at this wind in Montana. We're talking 60 to 70 miles an hour if you're traveling east on Wednesday. Be very careful that direction. For Thursday then, mostly cloudy. It will be dry. These dark gray clouds are just some low-hanging foggy clouds, and then things will get a little bit better. For Friday though, we're going to stay on the mostly cloudy side. It will be warm. We are seeing another frontal boundary right through the central part of the state and into the Cascades, and that could increase our chances for some precipitation as we get into Saturday with mostly cloudy skies. I think most of that moisture will jump over us here in central Washington and move over into the Spokane area, but we'll keep about a 20% chance for rain as we get into Saturday. And then to end our weekend on Sunday, a lot like this past weekend. Saturday was windy and a little bit cloudy, and Sunday this weekend we will see partly cloudy skies and mild temperatures. You can see lots of sun around the Wenatchee area for Sunday, with highs then once again mild in the lower 50s. Take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. Another beautiful overnight low tonight of 39 degrees, a lot like this morning. 58 your high tomorrow, so another warm one with a 30% chance of rain showers. I really think that will be after dark for rain on our Tuesday. And then another windy one on Wednesday, slightly cooler too, and 54 degrees. 53 for Thursday, mid-50s for Friday. And then as we get into the weekend, kind of a mixed bag, partly cloudy with some scattered showers Saturday, and then nice as we end the weekend on Sunday with partly cloudy skies, with highs then of 53. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
The two hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with third-generation eco-diesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. Two more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. The Wenatchee Wild are even at a game apiece in their first-round playoff series with the Vernon Vipers after a split over the weekend at the Town Toyota Center. Vernon came out on Saturday and handed Wenatchee its first-ever playoff shutout at home and a 3-0 win. Our checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Sent down low, Cash has it, tries to walk out of the corner, dances out front, shot and a save made, rebound, and it's swept home. The Wild had 3 players around it and somehow failed to clear it, and Connor Sleeth was able to just tap it in. Back to Merritt, sent across, shot, save, rebound, score. Ryan Shostak with the easy sweep home of the rebound as they worked it around the perimeter, got it up high. Big powerful shot through traffic, which Chenard turned aside easily enough. But the rebound fell off to his left, played by Luley, and then wanted to get it ahead for Chorsky, but Connor Merritt looped through and came up with it. He's in his shot, and he scores. And the final few seconds are going to run off the clock, and the Vernon Vipers are going to be able to do something that just doesn't happen a whole lot here, and that's shut out the Wenatchee Wild here on their home ice.
Now, Game 2 was a different story on Sunday as Wenatchee came out with some fire in their eyes, scoring 2 goals in the second and hanging on for a 2-1 victory. Again, our checker with a call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Cash carries it back in, but stolen away from him by Adams. Adams with Morton breaking. Adams in, he shoots, he scores! Brian Adams with a shorthanded goal. And the Wild lead it 1-0. Chmielewski crossing feed to Maine, he shoots, and a save made there. Alive back behind the net, Ethan Wolders with it. Wolders cycling, comes up along the near side. Shot, he scores! Ethan Wolders put it right through the wickets. He moves it over to Kowalski and then head on the near side for McDonald. Crossing feed, far side, shot and a score. Holt looking for a lane. Morton standing in his way. Shot, threaded through in front. Backhander, save made, rebound, swept into the corner. Wild pick it up, can't clear. Held in Kowalski at the point. He winds, he shoots, it's blocked by Morton. And the Wild hang on to win 2-1. Sammy Morton ate that puck like he hadn't had nothing to eat in a month and a half. A game-saving, potential game-saving shot block at the buzzer. Sam Morton paying the price, laying out, sacrificing the body.
Series now shifts for games 3 and 4 tomorrow and Wednesday in Vernon. Game 5 will be back in Wenatchee on Friday. Tickets on sale now at the Town Toyota Center. Well, it was a rough weekend for some of our teams in North Central Washington in regional basketball over the weekend in high school play. And the 2B regional Friday at Wenatchee High School, Life Christian beat Brewster 78-65. Bears head to Spokane and will face Kettle Falls Wednesday. Elmira Cooley Heartline won its regional 1B game Friday 55-51 over Sunnyside Christian and will face Rainier Christian in the first round of state on Wednesday. Seattle Academy dispatched Omak Saturday 72-53, so the Pioneers will play LaSalle in the first round of state Wednesday in Yakima. Kashmir exacted some revenge on the team that knocked them out of the state tournament a year ago by downing Kingsway Christian Saturday 56-50. I had the call right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Sam Phillips gives to Reed Smith. Reed bounce pass off to Carter Alberts, going to raise the two-pointer. Good! Carter from outside. Sam Phillips cut off at the elbow. Found help from Reed Smith. Down to the corner it goes to Alberts. Here's a long three-pointer. Good! Carter Alberts, 2 buckets in a row to start the fourth quarter. He's got 12. If you missed it earlier. Here's a three-pointer by Sam Phillips. It's short. Rebound. How about Alberts? Reverse layup is good. And a timeout going to be taken by David Harmeling. The lead back at 9, 43-34. Drive, cut off, Metz three-pointer, good. Nothing but net, splash down for Bryson Metz. Every point counts. Kashmir up by 5. Here's a drive by Metz. We're going to get a foul first. They're not going to count the bucket, are they? Yes, they are. Sam to Alberts. Carter raises along 2. Good. Rattles home for Carter Alberts. That rack's going to look as big as a garbage can right now for Carter Alberts. Metz with the basketball. And what do we got? Offensive foul on a moving screen called at a critical time against Fromm. Chance to cut that lead, make it a 1-possession ball game. Now Kashmir with it back. Brooks Elliott double team outside for a three-pointer. Good. Nate Phillips for 3. Inbounds pass for Kashmir in front of their own bench. Sam Phillips has it. Bounce pass in. Got it into Carter Alberts. Now the ball stolen away by Metz. He's going to take coast to coast, lay it up good with 18 seconds to go. Shot, offensive rebound. They'll throw it back outside for a 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound tap picked up by Kashmir underneath, and the Bulldogs are going to win it here. Sam Phillips, a lot of emotion as he runs over towards the Kashmir student body, pumps his fist in the air, and Kashmir on a mission.
Kashmir advances to the quarterfinals and will play the winner of Wednesday's game between LaSalle and Omak Thursday at 2 o'clock. Eastmont had its season come to an end in the 4A regional Saturday, falling to Olympia 69-46. West Valley also a loser to Mount Si 74-44. Will have to play Skyview Wednesday at 3:45 in the Tacoma Dome. Turning to the girls' regional action Friday, Riverside Christian fell to Clallam Bay 57-51 to have its season end. Waterville Mansfield committed 23 turnovers in a 45-40 loss to Northwest Christian. Shockers season is over. Okanagan also had its season come to an end with a narrow 37-35 loss to Meridian in the state's 1A regional. Moses Lake advanced to the quarterfinals of the girls 4A tournament with a 63-54 win over Decatur, and the Cashmere girls remain undefeated at 22-0 with a resounding 61-26 win over Nooksack Valley. Haley Van Lith led the way with 32 points. We had the call right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Erdman, Grace on the drive. She'll pass it off to Riley Johnson. Cross court, it goes to Hammond. Hammond, cross court to Erdman for a three-pointer. Good. Now to Johnson. She'll raise the three-pointer, two-pointer, excuse me, no good. Rebound picked up Brown. Here's to Van Lith for three. Good. Defense comes out on her, and the ball stolen away by Riley Johnson. Riley's going to take it coast to coast, lay it up with the right hand. Good. Cuts a string there for Cashmere. Van Lith works off the pick from Brown. Three-pointer, no, they're going to say a two. She towed the line. A two-pointer for Van Lith. 18-5 the score. Comes even further out to Allie Ball. Sorry, Allie, for not getting you right in the first half. Here's Haley Van Lith for three. Good. Van Lith, 9 points in the second half, 28 to the ball game. She's got all 9 of Cashmere's points here in the third quarter. Ball's loose on the floor, and Nooksack Valley, give them credit. They're not giving up until the last horn sounds. Now the shot, no, they're not going to get a shot at the buzzer. It will be Cashmere moving on to the quarterfinals after a 61-26 victory over the Nooksack Valley Pioneers tonight.
Haley finishes with 32 tonight, and a huge crowd on hand again. I know she likes to perform in front of big crowds like this, and I think it's a nice sentiment for the crowd to come here, and they know this is the last time they're ever going to see her play here in North Central Washington.
Yeah, you know, she's been she's played in a lot of big games and a lot of big crowds over the years, and you understand why people enjoy watching her play so much and why we've had the success that we've had. And but they're going to get a chance to watch her play some more. I'm sure a lot of these people will be at state supporting us and watching us. So not done yet. We still got some basketball to be played. But yeah, it was a pretty fitting night. She had a good game. Teammates had a good game, and glad we won that and can move on.
Cashmere will face the winner of Wednesday's game between Meridian and Annie Wright. Thursday at 5:30, we'll have that live here on the NCWLIFE channel on a feed from the NFHS network. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Join me tomorrow. We're going to talk to Paul Atwood, who's the director of the Wenatchee High School Drama Club's presentation of the Diary of Anne Frank. And also on this program tomorrow will be the lovely young woman who's playing the title role of Anne Frank, Ainsley Shearer. We're talking about a really cool play. It opens Wednesday night at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium. Don't miss that interview with Paul and Ainsley tomorrow on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus the weather forecast, sports news, and everything else you're used to. Join us live and local tomorrow at 7 a.m. for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.